looks pretty washed out to me. That seems a little loud too. Let's bring that down just a pinch. And hope that does the trick. Well, that ruined that, didn't it? Let's see, graphics. Probably should have done this in-game. Ambient light boost. We'll try 50-ish. I usually like running high 30s, low 40s. But that's not always bright enough for everybody. Still kind of washed out, but we're going to go with it. Let's continue on. There we go. Bing. Let's move that a little bit. And I think we need to go to the Mun. When exploring the Mun, it's important to be at the Mun. Mun Anomalizer. Giddy up. And then, there's no telling how long this will take. I wonder if I should have put this on my SSD instead of a hard drive. That probably would have helped. Okay, what is that? Is that Minmus, maybe? Or just a cloud? I don't think it's Kerbal. And Minmus is on the far side, so I don't think that's what it is. Where are we? We are here. So we don't need that one anymore, and I don't think there's any more anomalies around us. I think these are all bad navigation points. Let's try the CurbNet. What did rename vessel. I don't really need the L in there, but mark this. Where will that end up? This is for a waypoint to show up somewhere as we click waypoint. Alright, it's showing up right there. So that one might be good. It might be where we are. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these other ones. That satellite behind it. And I don't think that's a good one either. Alright, how much fuel do we have? Probably enough to get back to the fuel farm. But we used more than half of our fuel. Some of that was exploring and some of that was maneuvering to get a little bit closer. Where is the fuel farm? All the way over here? Yikes. We should bring it to us. We do have some exploration to do up here, so that wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, other than it's really easy to crash this thing, especially on takeoff. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to move the fuel farm up here. probably going to take... hey, Legend. Welcome aboard. Just doing a little late night for me. Streaming. I wasn't even sure anyone would show up. What's up with you? I think we want to head northwest. Then we'll have a good touching off point for all these other ones. Oh, do I have an engineer on there? No, I don't, but I have an engineer on there. And if I can take an engineer to here, I might be able to fix that. That's an idea. So, phase one of this harebrained scheme is to move the fuel farm. And then we'll have to time warp for daylight. Doctor Who, which season? Or I should say, which Doctor? Sometimes I still think that I like Tom Baker the best. But, you know, he was the first one that I saw back in the 70s. All right, we'll stop the... Well, I think we'll stop the drills. How much fuel do we have? Looks like we're good to go. Let's pull everything in. Well, actually, is this full? And are these full? All right, yeah, we can pull everything in. And then we need some daylight. Where's the sun? Oh, that suggests we're about 12 hours out. Season 10, 12th Doctor. Season 10. Is that Matt Smith? Cool. Oh man, you're too young for this. But some of the Marvel series on there, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. There's some definitely adult content on there, and then some of the violence is a little harsh too. But that's some good storytelling. Forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna move the sun around to the other side. Man, it might take a month. Looking at day 2. And get ready to slow down and slow down. Well, actually I need the sun up here too. Peter Capaldi, right. He's fun. I mean, which one wasn't fun? Even Christopher Eccleston was pretty fun. Peter Capaldi, yeah, there's something about him. You kind of believe that he's millennia old. That should be pretty good. And I think we will set this as a target, but we're not going to go all the way there. We're going to just try to get over this crater. That would be a good landing spot right there. Yeah, Matt Smith was, well, yeah, I think that either that or that was his best asset, was his comedy. Because pretty much all of them are funny. And, who was it? David Tennant, he was pretty funny. But he was also, oh, I can't think of his name now, in the Harry Potter movies. Artie something Jr.? I don't remember. Okay, so this thing is horrendous to launch. We gotta get the nose up, we gotta fire some burners, and then we have to get it high enough that we can rotate it upwards without the engines hitting the ground. It's a real pain in the butt. I mean, Yeah, who wasn't good? I can't think of a bad Doctor Who. Each good in their own right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to save because this is likely to go badly. So we are right now facing northeast, southeast. And we want to, because, wait, where's the sun? Is it up high in the sky? There's the Kerbal. There's the sun. Alright, so it should be, I thought that would be more eastward. Alright, so if we point north and west, we can actually rotate while we're on the ground. Let's take the brakes off. Chuga 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 chuga. But we're basically facing 180 degrees out of alignment for which way we want to go. What was the name of the actress that was Amelia Pond? Is that was the character's name? Now she's in the Avengers movies. I have to look that up on IMDb. A little further. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a problem. Hit the brakes. Because, well, we're going downhill. That might actually work in our favor. If we can get the nose up a little bit, then the terrain will be dropping away as we're going forward. That's cool. We'll see ya. Let's see. T. Up. Oh, what is going on there? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's... Oh, apparently I killed the engines. Presumably to avoid accidental ignition. I'm not sure why it's turning. Oh, I've got the brakes on. I'm not sure why it's turning while I'm trying to bring the nose up. See, throttle down. That was a bit of a much ado. All right, SAS up. Let's see, so RCS on, turn the RCS off, and as it starts to come back down, we will blast off. Oh, no, 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 that's going to be a problem. Yep, I knew that was going to be a problem. Oh, that's why I put that there. I still am not sure why it's turning. Nope. They're going way too fast. Makes me think you had a birthday. Alright, SAS up. Engine on, full limiter. Engine on, full limiter. Okay. Right, let's update our F5. All right, so RCS. Then we're going to want to switch it to stability assist once we get the nose off the ground. Then we'll hit the throttle up. Oh, there's a hill in front of us. That's going to be a problem. I think we need to start over. That's a lot of pieces. It's a lot of Legos. In my front? Cabeza da rola? So we'll try that again. Welcome nonetheless. Oh, it's a wrong rotation. Why is that? It's wanting to rotate the wrong way. I knew this was going to be difficult. Oh. All right. Yeah, we're not... Alright, this just isn't gonna work. Whoa! I gave up too soon, but I don't think it was gonna work. Oh, crikey. So maybe I need to drive to the edge of a hill? Or edge of a cliff? I thought going downhill might be helpful, but apparently not. Maybe having the brakes on is part of the problem? Nope, lost him. I knew that was going to be a problem. I don't know anything about it. Done this before. Yeah, that was too much delay. I had the brakes on too. Perseus is not enough to tip it all the way up. Oh, almost. Almost had it. Okay, we're gonna try something a little bit different. Oh, goodness. Wow. The stuff we find on Google. Let's come down here. A little bit of a ramp to launch off of. That should just about work, I hope. But I'm not sure how close we need to be to it. Probably pretty close. That would have been a better spot, I think. Oh, we got too close. Up a little. All right, then let's try forward. Another F5. Unset the brake. All right. We can, oh, I'm gonna hit the, oh, all right, think it's gonna work. Oh, I need to turn that RCS off. How much fuel do I have? I got plenty. Got a big tank on the inside. Now, we are going the wrong way? Of course we are. We're not going to have enough thrust to... Yeah, we're going to need that. It's pretty hard to control. Harder than I remember. We're on our way. Maybe a little... Yeah, we do need to go a little farther north, but we know that because our prograde is still trying to catch up with us. Because we've got a pretty good velocity. How much fuel do we have left? We've used almost half of our fuel and we still need to land. I knew this was going to be tough. I'd like to go a little bit farther north. Okay, that's that's gonna be plenty good. It's gonna be a rough area to land in, though. Maybe a harder place to take off out of. Originally planned to go here, but I'll waste too much fuel trying to get there and I won't have enough to land. Try to land in here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have a good time. But I don't think anyone plays this game because it's easy. It's interesting. What's our delta V remaining? 541. Some of that is going to be vertical. We might not survive this. Well, we can switch to just the nerve rockets for part of this. Which way are we going? Looks like we're going that way. Let's see if we can coax this into retrograde. Oh, it's still dark over here. I thought it would be brighter, maybe because it's so far north. Meters per second, and we've got 542. Yeah. You ever just think this is a bad idea? Be close to apoapsis, yeah. Almost there. Oh, looking at the artificial horizon. That'll have to do. Okay. Only made it past the big crater. That was half of the intent. Get halfway between the nose up a little bit. Uh-oh. Looking at our suicide burn indicator. We've got a little way to go for that. Or third throttle. Nose is coming down for some reason. Oh, probably because our center of mass is below the thrust vector. Nose does not want to come up. Orbital velocity is slowing. Just check and see what our suicide 9,000. $12,000. Left there. Retrograde. I don't think I have any rear facing. Oh, I didn't think about that. How much fuel do I actually have left? Where are we going to land? Looks like it's going to be in that crater. Hopefully not. Fuel, we've got 300 left. Come down on the throttle a little bit. Orbital. Oh. Ooh, are we gonna have enough fuel? That'd be interesting. 100 meters to impact. Did we just lose our oxidizer? Yeah, we did. And we're gonna die. Because we ran out of oxidizer. Or you could look at it that I started too soon on the, Now she's an engineer, but I don't think she can fix that. Well, we obviously need to go back. Clip inside. Is to just oxidizer. Okay. our prograde, we are 90 degrees, 45 degrees off axis of where we want to be. Oh, don't go down too far. Oh yeah, we're already starting to come down. You're still pretty low. Oh, too far. But we're heading the right direction, almost. That nav ball. Going up, but we're getting closer to our apoapsis, so I'm gonna have to activate that engine again here in a minute, or in a few seconds. That might be a little farther north than we had intended, but that's pretty close. Did want to go farther north, but I think we'll be okay. Try to let our nerve rockets do as much of the work as we can. It's gonna make for a nice, boring flight, one can hope. Seven seconds. No, we want surface radial out, not orbital radial out. Orbital radial out will take where we are on this curve and make it perpendicular to that. So that would be slowing us down. Part of our thrust would be going, well, it would be going actually the exact opposite of this line. This line would continue through, and that would represent where the thrust is. Coincidentally, that's just a communication line. It just happens to be in almost exactly the right spot. So that means that our thrust would be towards where we're going, which would give us a little bit of retro burn, and that's not what we want right now. Our apoapsis is continuing to climb. All right. So this will probably work out. Of course it's continuing to, because we're headed towards the apoapsis. What we need to see is where this line meets the ground. Now the planetoid is rotating, so that's going to be part of what we're seeing. But no, our apoapsis height is increasing. I was thinking our altitude is increasing. Of course our altitude is increasing, but our apoapsis height is also increasing. Already down to 300 and... Oh my goodness. So this isn't going to work. Because we need oxygen and liquid fuel. So probably not going to work out so well. We could try to land here. Aside from the rough spot, it should be survivable. Let's just drift for a little bit. See, that's not going up. That should be going up. Alright, so we're doing liquid fuel and we're doing oxidizer. Did that go up? Did it go to 45.5 from 45.4? throttle is off. If we activate the engine, we don't get more. And that still says, okay, just went to 45.6. So we're not making fuel fast enough. I think we're gonna die. Our surface speed is already 2/3 of what our remaining delta V is. Yeah, this isn't gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. What might have been a better idea would be to go into orbit. Not quite sure what we could have done better there. But we're not making fuel fast enough to count on it. And I don't think we're going to have enough for a decent landing. Let's go ahead and orient retro. This is gonna get ugly. $244, oh my goodness. I don't know how we are possibly going to. Plus that's a rough spot to land. Ugh. Alright, hope for the best. This is not gonna work. No, not gonna work. Question is, how fast will we be going when we reach the ground? Not slow enough. SAS is disengaged. Whee! Hang on, Wildo. We'll send an Uber. Hey, Mammoth. You hear popping? Let me listen. What is that popping? Alright, I'll try something. We're going to lose the mic for a minute. Alright, do we have the popping? I think it's gone. Alright. Man, stuff is still blowing up. I didn't have that screen in front of me. Yeah, well... Oh... So the idea is to take this, whoa, that's scary, and move it, let's see, we're here, move it up here so that our anomalizer will have a closer range for examining these anomalies. And then maybe we can also take the engineer out of here up to this drone ship and fix the antenna on it so that it can be, how you say, repaired. Yeah, I think they can. Oh no, you can't fix antennas, can you? You can only fix tires and landing gear, or at least at level 3. Random. But I think probably for doing this, the better thing to do would be to take off, get into orbit, use the convertitron to convert the ore back into fuel, and then attempt a landing. I think that's more likely to meet with success. It's also going to mean a lot of extra orbits, but I've got to... yeah, this part here, getting this to take off is hard enough. I've got a little ramp here, and I should be able to... because you can't get it to tilt up on its own. It doesn't have enough... where is it? A little bit more, there we go. I was trying to show the Werner engines under here. There's just not enough there to make it tip up on its butt. So you can get it to tip up, what would that be, like 15, 20, I need to cut those, don't I? 20-degree angle. And you can start going forward, but if you continue to try to tip up, you're going to drag your engines on the ground. There's some explosions. So you got to balance your angle so that you're not dragging your engines, but you're upward enough so that you're leaving the ground. And with this little berm here, that's going to help some, but this is still difficult. I recommend you try it at home just to see how difficult it is. All right, are all the engines on? Yeah. Okay, so radial out. I'm gonna hit RCS and throttle up at the same... oh, gotta take the brake off. RCS, throttle, and then as it tips up, we've got to go back to... too slow. I didn't go back to stability soon enough. It's a balancing act. This is juggling, but it's a balancing act. Getting the angle and the... just watching the replay over here. Oh, you didn't need those engines anyway. All right, brakes off, brakes over. Up. Not too much up. More up. Okay. Whew. Here's the hard part. And prograde. We're going the wrong way. I'm over it. I forgot that I had turned it the wrong way on purpose because we had a surface rendezvous point. Looking good. All right, we're not dying. I like that part. Sometimes this repetitive pattern makes me think that my graphic settings are too low, but I don't think that's quite it. I can probably turn the RCS off, probably. Throttle back a little bit. I think I'm going to throttle back a little bit. Let's see if that's actually a bad idea. No, it's not a bad idea. Not a horrible idea. Apoapsis is a minute and a half away. And receding. That would take forever. And it's a balancing act because you got to keep it stable, you know, on the rough terrain. And as far as I want to drive, and with the RCS that this has, probably wouldn't want to get over 15 meters per second, and that's a lot of meters, so that's a lot of seconds. So if I started now, I could probably make it by Tuesday. And it's easy to lose track of how far these things are. If I could just like say, okay, now drive safely at 5 meters per second to this destination and walk away, that'd be fine, but you gotta babysit it. Let's see, 140, 139. All right, we're losing 1/10 of a second about every second. That'll work. By the time we catch up to it, well, we won't catch up to it, obviously. Wherever you're burning becomes your periapsis eventually. Periapsis height, 44, 43, 40... Oh yeah, I could probably even lower that throttle a little bit more. Now the apoapsis, time to apoapsis is holding steady, or almost holding steady. Oh, as our velocity is increasing, that is going to change. Probably just wait till I get there. What's the... Yeah, I'll just wait till I get there and do a full burn. Okay. I think we're going to survive. I need to change what we're making so that we have liquid fuel and oxygen. I think right now it's probably just doing oxidizer. No, it's doing both. Okay. And how much monopropellant do I have? Lots and lots. Could have sworn I used some. Alright, time to apoapsis. We can just skip ahead. Keep it right in front of us. Oh, we've got a good parry. Well, almost good. 6 is probably safe enough, but when we're coming in for a landing, we'll want a little more cushion than that, I think. Alright, and we're going to need... guess it doesn't matter if we're normal or anti-normal. But we're going to need some inclination. Sag, welcome. Have we met? Are you the king of the Screen Actors Guild? You'd be a good person to know. Can I send you my resume tape? I would like to... oh, this is surface. We want orbit now. I would like to skip ahead, but there's not much point in skipping ahead if... whoa, what's going on there? Let's try a little RCS maybe. Oh, it went... oh, we probably passed a descending node or something. No, that wouldn't make sense. Or maybe the orbital and the surface are out of polarity. It's alive! I knew that was going to bring the parry up, but not that much. Bring the AP up too. Not too worried about it. Look, it's a carbon atom. No, it's not a carbon atom. Oh, like first, middle, last name, those initials. That's what people usually mean when they say initials. Of course, people say monogram when they mean initials too, so... looks like we're out of oxidizer. So we'll just cut this one off. Whoa! Cut that off for now so we don't have to listen to it play us a jaunty beat. This would probably be good enough. Excuse me. Pizza. Excuse my pizza. Because this definitely goes far enough north, and we really only want to go here, but that gives us more opportunity, plus you can't land at the northernmost point unless you have an actual polar orbit, because as you slow down, your orbit shrinks, your trajectory pulls in. Is that just my ears? I'm hearing like a tinnitus hiss or whine. Alright, I'm kind of too far away from what I want a change to take place. So if we switch to the other, That was normal, so if we switch to anti-normal, how much mono do we have? This is showing that we're not using monopropellant. I think it's taking it from the internal tank, which is not... Oops. Showing up here perhaps. Because I don't think it's making monopropellant. But we've got... I thought we had a big tank inside too. Maybe I... yeah, there it is. If I can get it to light up. No, that's full too, 750. So, oh, maybe it's coming out of here? Because this has a little, doesn't it? It does, but it's full, and I don't think this probe core has monopropellant. No, it doesn't. So, I don't know. Let's see. We want to come to about here so that we can continue our inclination change. And then we're going to need to do lots and lots of orbits until we get our fuel back. And hopefully, I think the ore tank that's on there will produce enough liquid fuel and oxidizer to fill us back up to max on this tank and these tanks. Alright, we stopped warping. There we go, it's moving again. We needed to get closer to the equator so we could get more tip on our inclination change. Could probably stand to get even closer than that. Luckily these orbits are fairly equatorial, so that gives us a nice guideline. Our apoapsis is changing more than our periapsis. I'm not too worried about it. Is that about all we're getting? Oh, we're using the nerve rockets so we don't have as much oomph, if you'll forgive the technical term. Oh my goodness. There's like a ridge here. I never noticed that before. That's kind of strange. Is it a mountain range? Doesn't seem like it's a mountain range. Seems like it's a ridge. This area is lower. That area is higher. This area is also darker. So it's almost like well, there's kind of a circle here, suggestive of a huge previous crater. You know, if it has a history similar to the Earth's, well, even then it was completely molten after impacting the Earth. The moon, not the mun. Alright, that's going to have to be good enough. All right, oh, well, and we're down to 38 delta V. And now we're going to have to fast forward about a month, I think. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to refuel these tanks. So 0.1 about every 3 or 4 seconds. And 2,800 to go, so we'll say 3,000 to go. 3,000 divided by, or times 4. Or would it be 30,000 times 4? See? It's a math phobe. But it's parked in orbit for now, and eventually it will make lots and lots of fuel, and If we can take a look at this, this should be mostly full. Yeah. It's already used 150 in the time we've been in flight, and it's hard to say how much it's made since then. But with monopropellant, you get 3 times as much monopropellant as you get ore. Or yeah, if you start with this amount of ore, you get 3 times as much monopropellant. Hopefully, with the liquid fuel and oxidizer, it's more than that, because, well, let's open both of those up. Because that's over 5,000. That's almost, that is over 6,000. So that might not be enough. Plus there's these tanks here, which are pretty much bone dry. Well, they're dry. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. I was gonna ask you some questions, but that's all right. You know, just your experience with the game mostly. Now I need to figure out what I'm gonna do while this is in orbit refueling. I guess I can just warp away. Got a little bit close there, or looked close. Yeah, no, I can't warp any faster. I'm warping as fast as I can. What I can do is go to a satellite in a higher orbit. And let's say this one. That's not it. That's the wrong thing. Yeah, that was going to be that. Or, I don't know, something else. So we'll switch to this. Oh, it's the space station. Do we have any science we can transmit? Not much. Oh, it's catching up. It's calculating how much science has been performed since the last time we were here. All right, this thing's about tapped out, but it's still doing some. That's all right. All right. Let's start warping. What? I can't go faster than 1,000? Oh, I thought I was in a higher orbit. I thought I was one of these, or the Ghost Hunter. Should be able to get some serious warp going now. Mr. Warp, make it so. Who was that? Oh, Union. I don't know if you're still there, but thanks for the like. That's one of those names that impossible to pronounce, because if you don't know what part of the country someone's family is from, you're just guessing. All right. Reminds me of Newman from Satellite. Seinfeld. Newman. Union. Whoa, we're out of control. Well, that's almost a month. So let's switch back to our fuel farmer and see if this was a good idea or not. Is that it right there? No, that's the tanker. There's the Neil Armstrong Memorial. That's the one we want. Refueler rocket. Okay. We're out of ore. We only have half a tank. Ah, no. So we have as much, this was a bad idea. As ideas go, this was one of them. Huh. Well, what are we gonna do? We can send something to rescue it, to refuel it. I don't really like that idea. It kind of defeats the purpose of having this thing in the first place. Making a shorter hop. Yeah, we got to do something different because we can't. Our anomalizer ship doesn't have enough range, especially with the way I drive, to go everywhere on the Mun. It's hard enough to get this thing off the ground. Alright, well this obviously isn't going to work. We're better off with it just on the ground than in space unable to land. Well, let's try landing in the middle of this crater, I guess. If we had taken off in the opposite direction, we wouldn't have used as much fuel. But still. And this ship was... Where's that flag? Yeah, so that ship was, or rover, whatever you want to call it, was over here somewhere. Maybe even over here. But yeah, we were flying from it past this touchdown flag to explore... Oh, this arch. So we got this to here from here-ish. So we should be able to do that again. What are we doing wrong? Yeah, topping off the 7 units of fuel I don't think is going to make a difference. Alright, well, if we kill these... Shows that we have 1162 Delta V. If we reactivate them... Also 1162. Seems strange to me. Let's get it in the air. brakes off. Radial out. RCS. Up, 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 up. Some throttle here, and oops, too much. Oh, we're gonna need more than that, aren't we? Radial out. Whoa, we're getting crazy. Great prograde. Let's cut it. How far are we getting? Not that far. Ugh. That was too much. Okay, we definitely got to cut because we want to make sure we can land. We have more than twice, delta V wise, we have more than twice what our surface velocity is. Hey Curtis, good to see you, man. How's this mic sound? It was popping earlier. Every now and then I don't know if this will reach. Whew, that's dusty. My Focusrite, I can't tell. Solo is, I've got to unplug the USB cable to it, which is also its power source. There we go. Yeah, because I'll get some popping, that kind of thing. And I notice sometimes when I'm on a longer stream that, how we doing here? I tend to get a little bit of a robotic sound, and I don't know if that's the computer. I don't think it's the Focusrite, because it was basically designed to do what it does. So, but you know, it does get that popping in there, so maybe it gets some other kind of anomaly as well. Alright, let's take a look at orbital trajectory. Oh man, that's going to be a bad place to land. Oh, other way, other way, other way, other way. Alright, we're going to land in that crater. It's probably going to get ugly again. Hope you like explosions. Oh boy, we got to start burning. We might land in front of the crater, which should be alright. Let's change that to surface. We might land at the top of it. How are we doing? How are we doing? I don't think we're going to slow down fast enough. Yeah, this is showing that we're going to have a hard impact. Might be survivable. 200 meters to go. We're almost under 50 meters per second. Okay, so I think it's going to be survivable. There we go. That should be survivable if we can. Tilt down, tilt down, tilt down, tilt down, tilt down. Oh, we broke the engine off. In the fuel tank. So, I should... Thanks for the feedback. So I should have started that retro burn a little bit earlier. I was trying to change our north-south position. Woo. All right. So we can try that. But we had enough fuel. Oh, well, we don't now because we don't have a fuel tank. But will they show us how much... I don't even see the big fuel tank anymore. Did it blow up? How much is left in these? Oh, it won't show us. All right. Let's try that again. Oh, man. Who's the big artist coming to town? Oh, you're having a comedy night there. I saw that in the paper. That was the Sunday paper? I didn't recognize the guy, but he was also in the, I think, the life section of the Globe. Ooh, man, here's the tricky part. All right, up, brakes off, RCS and throttle, and switch to stabilization, and back. Get it up there, get it up there. My shadow tells me that we're far enough away I can just swing it straight up. Okay, there we go. Let's take that off and see if we can get it going back towards a prograde. And stabilize it there-ish. Oh. Yeah, this crazy thing is not meant to fly. It's meant to land one time and drive around a little bit. I think this is better than last time. So where's our trajectory taking us? Pretty much the same spot. It looks like this is where we crashed. So maybe we'll go to the middle of the same crater. That would be a little bit better. Alright. I've got more surface below. Oh, said Popeye. Alright. So I think we can coast from here to about here, but we should have enough fuel left over so we can start an earlier burn. All right. Can't warp ahead, we gotta ride it out while we're turning the ship. I could speed it up with the RCS thrusters, but don't need to do that. Oh man, what are you doing up so late, or is it early? Me? I don't know how to sleep at night. Which is not true, but it just doesn't happen that often. Oh man, you want a puppy? We had a litter, what was it, 4 weeks ago this last Sunday? So I've got 8 puppies, half some sort of boxer mix, half some sort of Australian sheepdog mix thing. Looks a little like a border collie. Looks, if you've ever seen a black and tan collie, it looks kind of like between that and a border collie. It's a little bigger, but you know, size-wise, it's right in between as well, halfway between a border and a standard collie. All right, we're turned the right way. You can tell by the artificial horizon here that I need to rotate. Whoa, upside down. Oh, that rotation. There we go. Close enough. Oh, no, it's not close enough. I can tell right here. See, that's why you need instruments. You can't trust your eyes. Any good pilot will tell you, and other things I made up on the spot. It's probably true. I think I've actually heard pilots say that if your eyes are telling you one thing and your instruments are telling you the other, then you probably need to trust your instruments. All right, we've got 5,000 meters until our suicide burn, so we'll probably want to start that. Is that going up or down? It's going down. We'll probably want to start that at about 2,000, and we'll use the orbital so we can get a lot of our lateral velocity off so we can make a more vertical on the tail landing. And then we can try to tip down again like we did last time if we can get nice and slow close to the surface. Whew, easier said than done. All right. There's the sun and there's home. It's 3,000. Much as we can zoom in from this angle. I do want to see that trajectory coming up on 2,000, 2,500. A little early, but I don't regret it. And that should, I'm hoping that'll put us down right in the middle of this crater. And we need to switch to surface pretty soon. Should have chosen surface earlier. Still 2,000 meters up. Only got 100 meters of yeah, meters per second of velocity. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. Fuel is a little lower than I would like it. Down to about 20. Cut the engines for a little bit. Not sure what our orbital velocity is, 28, so 500 meters per second of delta V left. Alright, let's go ahead and kick that on full. Get this back down to 20. That's too much slowing down. Got plenty of fuel, so that shouldn't be a problem. 500 meters to impact. Still slowing down, so that's good. Once this number gets down to about 50, we can go full throttle just for about half a second. Oh, we might not need to. Oh, no, 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 don't fall that way. Don't fall that way. And kill that. RCS. Twist and up. Okay, brakes are on. That's good. And that's a safe landing. Whew. RCS off. Let's confirm the brakes. There we go. Anybody dead? All right, now let's make some fuel. Our ore tank is mostly full, so we really don't even need to mine. Let's go ahead and put everything out though, because our converter tucked away inside. See. Yeah, its temperature is higher than it should be, so that's coming back down. Maybe I should have had the these white heat radiators out while we were in flight, and this would have probably produced, yeah, it would have. It would have produced the fuel faster. See, as this number's coming down, these numbers are going up. Yep, and our thermal efficiency is going up too. So that's what I should have done. Alright, how are we doing on monopropellant? I don't know why that number doesn't change. We were definitely... Oh! Because the Werner engines use liquid fuel and oxidizer. So the only reason we have monopropellant is to refuel other ships. Wah wah. How embarrassing for me. I completely forgot. Alright, those doors closed back up. Closing up anyway. Whew. Let's go ahead and mine some ore while we're here. Kick up a little dust. The puppy's crying. I wonder if they're hungry or just bored. 1404. 1405. Okay, all right. So it's going. It took a moment, but they're producing ore faster than it's being used. So we can warp ahead till this is full. Lock that. Do a little time warping. Alright, cancel the time warp. These should be full too by now. Alright, there we go. Now, do we... I don't know if we want to try to take off from here. Of course, if I just put it right up here and head that way, I think it would be all right. And maybe even if we came up to here, that would probably be all right too. Alright, let's take a look at the map view, and that's full too, so we can stop drilling. Make sure, confirm those have stopped. Yeah. And pull everything in. Take a look at the big map. Alright, we were here, or somewhere over here. Now we're here. We wanted to go to here. We covered at least a third of the distance, maybe 2/5. We can try moving up to here or here maybe. And that should be successful. Let's do a real save. What is today? May 24th. Where do we want to take off from? I think right there, because it's steep going up, so if we can get it moving upward along the surface and continuing into the air, I think that will work in our favor. And this thing is, whoa, slow down, slow down. This thing is a cow to drive. Get rid of that. If we hold W and alternate between A and S, I still don't know why, but I think it's the reaction wheels inside give us a little more acceleration. Yeah. We're going from there to there. Or are we just going right here? Oh, I guess we could have just go from right here. That'd be almost as good. But oh, we slowed down because we're going up a hill. Sounds like one of the puppies is coming up the hallway. But as slow as it is getting from there to there, yeah, driving across the surface of the plant, that's a, whoa! That's a Griswold expedition. Do, 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 do. Much as I would like. There we go. I think we're leaving the ground a little bit too. Definitely got more gravity here than Minmus, but oh, also, no. When I'm hitting W, it's causing the wheels to drive us forward, but it should also be pushing the nose down, because it's never quite sure if it's a rover or a flying vehicle. Not that long ago since I restarted the computer, so I don't know why I'm getting all this video lag. Alright, now we need to start slowing down. So holding S and alternating A and D. $90. Isn't 90 east? Confused. We're not facing east. Are we? Back out here. Yeah, there's the big crater. So if we're facing east. Once again, pay attention to your instruments. Man, so how are we going to do that? We could come to the other side of this berm. That's an idea. We could drive back where we were. I think I like the idea of coming to the other side of this berm. Let's take the brakes off. And as big and as strong as this truck is, doesn't take a lot of surface velocity before you start running into problems. With some, no, Precious, you gotta go, go. Go, go. She likes to lay on the curtain and make it fall. Good girl. Go, go. Sneaky Pete. 5 meters per second. Wheels doing? They're staying on the ground. We're actually going uphill. I thought we were just about to go downhill. Yeah, we're slowing down some. Doing that trick again, alternating A and D while holding S, or not SW. Alright, now we're going to start going downhill. Hit the brakes. So I'm thinking in Minmus terms, where the gravity's low and the surface is slick, you know, icy, so it's a lot harder to slow down. This is almost as bad. I want to go. Take the brake off, let it coast a little bit more. Actually, speed up a little bit more. Okay, this isn't quite as steep as I thought it was, but it'll work. It'll work. Now hit the brakes. And we can start doing a little slow down. Turn, turn, turn. Is that trying to tip over? Maybe I should have turned the other way. All right. Away from me. Slow down. There's a puppy in here. Of course there's a puppy in here. Grizzly. If he gets too close, he's going to end up on camera. If he pulls my curtain down, he's too little to spank. He wouldn't get it. He'd probably just be scared. He's looking for mama. He found the wrong dog. Goodness you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Now, please don't pee and poop on me. There we go. Can you say hi, Internet? Are you a scared little puppy? He's got this brown with gray fur. So looks kind of grizzly bearish. You know, I'm on your light. There you go. You ready for your close-up, Mr. DeMille? All right, let's go find your mommy. Would you like to babysit? There you go. Oh, there's the other puppies. Don't come in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, my brakes aren't working. Oh, and I'm going 12 meters per second. That's not cool. I'm trying to slow down. Maybe this will help. Oh my goodness. It's not helping that much. A little bit more thrust. All right. Oh, cut the engine. It's one of our other satellites flying overhead. Which one is it? This one. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just a fuel tanker, which was meant to land wherever this is and haul fuel to whatever needs fuel in orbit. But come here, you little runt. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they just cry like they're being murdered. Oh, but they really just have very basic needs they want taken care of. Can you grunt for the microphone? That whining's the one we just put out in the hall. You don't want to say anything to the folks at home? No? Nice, Fluffy. Okay, let's find your mommy. Oh, shh. You're okay. You're okay. Mommy's right over here. Oh man, there you go. I'm just gonna shut this door. Okay, yeah. So mind your step, because they leave some landmines. Alright, turn that gain back down. So, who wants a puppy? I think that one is going to the Sires family. Alright, now how are we going to get out of here before I was so rudely interrupted? Let's take the brake off. Let's see if we can get up this hill a little bit. the gimbal on the engine's wiggling with my A and D alternation. He's a happy little rocket. Gonna paint a happy rocket right next to this happy tree. 'Cause I like happy trees. And I like happy rockets. Oh, it's getting a little bumpy. It doesn't take much. It's a lot of tonnage. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't say. Well, maybe that won't say either. That won't say. There's probably something we could look at that will tell us our mass. Which we're heading north. That's mostly east. Not really. Sort of east, I think probably would have been a better way to put that. Okie dokie. It feels like we've turned more than 90 degrees, but I guess we haven't. Let's take a look at what this looks like over here. Oh, I thought we were right at the edge. We've got a ways to go. Alright, there's 270. Alright, let's start slowing down. Make sure we've got all our ducks in a row. Ah, slow down! Slow down. Not slow enough. More slow. Are we going to slide sideways? Maybe we should have gone up the hill a little bit more. Yeah, we are sliding sideways. And we've stopped. Okay. F5 for quick save. We're faced roughly eastward. We want to burn up and over until we have about 800 meters per second of delta V left, and then we want to turn it around and get ready to land. Which, if this was any indication, means that we'll be landing around here. I don't remember how much fuel we had left over when we landed. It might have been 300 meters per second. It might have been less. Really don't recall. All right. So the landing looks less treacherous, but it might still be pretty treacherous. There's the sun, which looks like it's right about right about there, and by the time we get there it ought to be facing a little bit more. So yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna have plenty of daylight. We did our save. Let's get in there and let's see if we can get this to work again. All right, we're gonna have to take the brake off. Ooh, part of the problem is it's gonna make us go that way instead of that way. All right, let's get ready to go. Brake. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. And this is not gonna work. Okay, it worked. All right, prograde. And stabilize. All right, we're on course. Gotta like that. We're alive, gotta like that. Ships in one piece. Coming up on 850 of remaining delta V. Let's go ahead and cut thrust and start our landing procedure. Oh my goodness, that's nothing. We need to go some more. We need to go some more. Go a little bit more north too. Already down to 750 on remaining delta V. Got a much better trajectory though. So let's go ahead and cut that. Right at 711. Felt like something was crawling on me. Might be able to go farther, but I like our odds of survival. Okay, now we can start swinging around. Oh. Let's put the radiators and the solar panels And the drills out. It's spectacular. Whee! Too bad it doesn't work like the jacks on the Mach 5. Alright, let's slow that rotation. Alright, that's about level. There we go. How are we looking on suicide burn? Looking pretty good there. This looks so ridiculous. How are we doing on the convertitron efficiency? Alright, that's improving. You just gotta make sure to pull all that stuff in before it's time to land. Which looks like we've got a minute. Alright, it's showing we have 7:19. It was 7:11, so we've already converted a fair amount of fuel. So I don't think it's going to make or convert fuel fast enough to make a huge difference. Oop, need to go the other way. Trying to get away from this. Oh, no, 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 no. Silly Knigget. Pull out. There we go. And we can cancel the RCS. All right. Close this up. Oh, it's time to go. I want to pull everything in before too long. I might have waited too long again. Yeah, it looks like I waited too long again. That was spectacular. What other pieces do we have flying around here? There's a wheel. There's the main piece. There's it's just the wheel and the main. Oh, there's another wheel. Maybe everything else is too far away. What's that over there, I wonder? Okay, yeah, that's the main piece. And those are too far away. All right. So, that course correction didn't leave me enough time. I should have made that earlier. It would have been more efficient too. All right. Let's try that again. Break off. No, don't hit. There we go. That's the hard part. And just go back to prograde. Truly go to prograde. Let's put these out. Cancel the RCS thrusters. They're a little bit far south. But I think I'm gonna like it. 150. Seems like we're twisting, so there's probably some kind of torque. $77, 60 meters per second. Delta V remaining. Let's get ready to cut off close to 700. And there's 700. Let's cut that off. So orient retro. Alright, we got 697 meters per second of delta V remaining. Already up a meter per second. There's another one. Seven, so there was 3 in the course of what, 30 seconds? So it's like every 10 seconds. A little bit more. There we go. Nope. And that's about right. Okay. Yeah, we're making fuel much faster by having these wings out. Probably should have had them out up until the point of liftoff, but then the jacks. No, that wouldn't have been too much of a problem. We just had to take them in like 10 seconds before the maneuver. Okay. On the show them, we're going over here. So, it looks like we're going to have the same problem we had over here. We might land on the edge of the crater. I'd planned on landing here. Take a look at these craters we're flying over. Not getting a lot of detail. They're kind of interesting though. 1,000 meters to suicide burn, which we know is not accurate. I think we're going to want to go at like 2,500, and then we can get a more vertical descent, I'm hoping. I want to draw a little smiley face right here. So these can be the eyes. Reep, 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 reep. Boom, 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 boom. 5,000 meters per second, or 5,000 meters. Oh, it's starting to get dark over here. Let's go ahead and start our retro. It's about 2 kilometers earlier than we were going to land here last time. So I think we'll be okay. Ugh, I don't really want to land in there. Bring these in before I forget. It looks like we might land in there. Won't be the worst thing, but definitely won't be the greatest either. That down to about 10. Alright, so we should have a vertical landing now. We've got 300 meters per second of delta V left. We're almost 4 kilometers above the surface. So... kilometers, less than 2 kilometers to go. Down. I said let's start slowing down. Did I wait too long again? No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely okay. Speed up a little bit, actually. Go, speed up, slow. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to land all on my back. Oh, twisting the wrong way, twisting the wrong way. RCS. And cut the engines. Whew. I think we're gonna live. No, 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 cut. There we go, and brakes. Whew. I think we're gonna survive. And we got a nice little berm right here, so we might be able to take off again without too much trouble. All right, this is not slowing down enough for my taste. Oh, turn the RCS off. Relax and relax. Spirit fingers. All right, deploy. Oh, that was the wrong button. I just took a screenshot by accident. It's so scenic right now. No, I don't think I want to take a screenshot here. Is that a star? Doesn't appear to be moving. Maybe it's a planet. Distant, distant planet. Yeah. I will not be sending a postcard from here. So let's go ahead and stick out our wings. We can start drilling. Yeah, we did not convert very much ore while we were in flight. And start drilling. We don't really need to drill very much. We'll probably get away with 1 or 2 drills. Yeah, it's going to be full in no time. But this is going to require a little digital assistance. Probably filling these tanks first. Yeah. All right. So, warp it up. And ka-ching. All right, so these should all be full. Of course, that's full. All right, so we can stop drilling. Now, where do we want to go? Where do we want to go from here? North? Due north wouldn't be too bad. North and a little west. Is that flag? Oh, flag's on the other side of the planet. Planetoid. North and, well, directly north wouldn't be too bad. That'd put us in this area. Or actually this area. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. We could do that. If we went a little bit west also, that would be okay. Let's pull everything in. Oh, which way are we're facing? Almost south. I don't want to use this berm. So let's take the brake off, see if we can start turning. We're already going faster than I'd like. Safety first. Here a little bit before we turn northward. We are still picking up speed, so I should probably use that to my advantage. It's probably far enough. Well, is it? It's trying a little bit. To say just hit the engines. far is it till the top? No, we're slowing down too much for that. Give it a little bit. Punch it. Oh, smooth. So smooth. The only problem is we're going the wrong direction. Well, that's a problem. Got a little bit of a mountain range here to get over. Or crater lip, however you want to. I think we're going to make it. We're going a lot more west than I would like. Meters per second remaining. We're going to use up all our fuel on course correction. Down to 780. $700. I'm gonna kill the engines, see what our trajectory looks like. Whoa, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Let's just go ahead and set up for a retro burn. And if we land right along here, we should be fine. As long as we don't land right on the edge of that, I think we'll be fine. Oh, let's go ahead and put these out so we can convert just a pinch more fuel. There. Not that it matters. We're not in much of a hurry. Yeah, when we did our initial slowdown burn, look at these spinning back here. Put the brakes on and they're still spinning, slowing, stopped. But if we take the brake off, oh, okay. I thought it would start spinning again. Now, that was definitely something crawling on me. An ant. I've got like a strong witch hazel smell. Let's see, 17 seconds to apoapsis. If I turn my head, I can get a better look. Okay. Hey Ken, welcome aboard. Oh man. Congratulations on all that weight loss. Oh, it was funny when you released your album, put all the tracks out, and hit Turnaround Love, and I was like, I've heard this before. This sounds so familiar. But it was one of the ones that you did an early release on, like 6 months earlier. Oh my goodness. I don't think I actually know what you do. Not that it matters. I'm a night clerk at a senior citizen's home. Mostly because I like the hours and the solitude, which I get quite a bit of, but it's definitely not a job to brag about. So our suicide burn gets down to about 2,000, 2,500 again. I'll go ahead and start our retro burn, because I'd rather have a more vertical landing. Yeah. This just looks awkward. That is not meant to fly. $100. Nice glitch. See, it's almost 6 o'clock, but I gotta get Rose up because she has string camp this week. Strings camp. We might land right there on the edge of that crater. So that might not be fun. Let's go ahead and initiate our burn. It sure looks like we're going to land on the edge of that crater. That could be disastrous. But we've had so many restarts today, what's one more? If I could get it just a little bit this way. Now that'll be fine. Now, well, I'm a little bit more worried about surviving at this point. I might have waited a little too long to start this. Again. 500 meters to impact. We're under 100 meters per second. This is going to be a little closer than I'd like. It's going to be a lot closer than I'd like. We'll be under 50 meters per second, but still, the engines can't take that. Land on our wheels. So we lost that engine. Yeah, if I'd have just started that burn just a little bit earlier, just a little bit. Luckily that place was easy to take off from, so that's not the worst of it. Well, yeah, the harder part was that we weren't going as north as we would have liked initially. Where are we? Is this... No. Let me see if I've got a good persistent save. If I do, it'll probably be in the air on that last one, hopefully not too late, because we don't want to have to take off from here again. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. Persistent, there we go. Let's see. Well, we have to load it before it... No, we don't, because when we're in this menu, it's not going to create another persistent or overwrite the persistent save. So where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We've got... oh, we're in the air. We have an apoapsis. We're 400. Oh, no, 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 no. This is... It's right before our crash, and we weren't not even going to be able to get back in time. It's either right after we took off or right before we crashed. Wrong vehicle. Oh my goodness, maybe. I don't know. Okay. If we can find it fast enough. Actually, this will be faster if I can think of what it's called. Fuel rocket. Oh man. I can't think of what it's called. But it should be just south of us. No, it's way over there. That can't be right. And that was, we did load the persistent file, right? Yep. Alright. Well, we're just kind of stuck then. I don't know why we didn't have a persistent save over there. This one's actually called Refueler. Alright, so we're on the side of the hill. Are we facing east? Yes. So this place was a little tricky to take off from, but I think we can do it again. Alright. Set for radial out, which again will cause it to pitch up this way rather than this way. You can already see that the tail is, or the gimbal on the engine is offset. Alright, if we hit RCS, oh, take the brake off, RCS and thruster. Ah, didn't quite get it. Didn't switch to stability control fast enough. And with the hill we're on, we don't really need it that much. Maybe just a little bit of radial out. Alright. Radial out. Let's... Can we stop? No. Almost. Let's see. Let's take the brake off. There we go. And switch to persistent. Or not persistent, but stability control. And then back to radial. And stuff. And radial out. Having a little trouble. Having a lot of trouble. Yep. I think I'm gonna need an alignment. Bye, engine. It was nice knowing you. I don't remember it being that hard. Ooh, looking at the replay. Well then. Why don't I? I'm not going to use the radial out this time. I'm just going to use keyboard vector controls and wing it. All right. RCS. Brakes off. Full throttle. Oh no, we're gonna hit right here. No, no. Oh. Thought I was gonna be able to make that work. Well, what did we do differently the first time? Ooh, it's getting light outside. What did we do differently the first time? Another look at the terrain. Maybe if we start back a little bit more. Somebody was afraid of oversleeping. Let's take the brake off, back up a little bit. This plane looks fairly flat. Don't do me like that. This does not want to hold still. All right. Hope for the best. Ooh, up. Oh, whew, made it. Did we make it? I think we made it. All right. Cue the Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it. Okay, I do a horrible Barry Manilow. Deploy the coolers. RCS off, I think. Need to pitch up a little more? Maybe? Ooh, we don't want to land in there. We'll get our trajectory right on the edge here. And then we can land in here. One can hope. Speaking of hope for the best, I don't know if that dark area is treacherous or just dark. I don't want to be a Mormon and say just because it's darker, it's a curse from God. I'm sorry if you're a Mormon and that offended you. But come on. That was a little crazy. Oh, what? There we go. Oh man, what's the... Oh, we're not to the apoapsis yet. I was looking at this suicide burn indicator and thinking, oh, we gotta go very soon. But we don't, because we're still going up. And this number will increase as it is. All right, how's that trajectory look? Looks pretty good. We might want to start our, well, if we've learned anything, we want to start our burn a little early. It's already coming down. I think we were over here last time. But this is okay because we're a little farther north. This area might be hard to take off from. I think that'll be the biggest problem. All right, 37, and we want to go 2,500, 2,800, somewhere in there. All right, we're looking good on our orientation. Be a horrible place for a miniature golf, putt-putt if you will. That looked like eyes from the other place. Oh, those are recessions. I thought that they were prominences. All right, 3,200. Oh wow, that's. Oh my goodness. Trying to turn a little bit. It's, oh, we already should have started our retro burn. This is going to be a rough place to land because it's going to be on the side of a hill. Pitch up a little bit too. Okay, let's see if we can survive this. I didn't realize how bad this was as a place to land. Oh, we need to pitch up even more. I need to stay above the prograde. Let's pull everything in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. If we're up a kilometer and a half. Oh, I'm glad I cut the engines when I did. Grid. 500. 450. 400. Good on fuel. 300. All right. We do need to land eventually, so we can't go too slow. Let's. Oh, no, 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 wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. We tip it the right way? No, 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 no. RCS, RCS! Save me, RCS! Kill the engines. Too much twist, too much twist. All right, slow down, slow down, slow down, and Survival. Brakes. Humana, 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 humana. 300 meters per second of Delta V. Oh my goodness. And what a great place to take off from if we wanted to go north. And we're facing north. I did that all on purpose. This is Kerbal Space Program from the makers of Kerbal Space Program. I don't know if they've done another video game. The studio is Squad. I think they're based in Mexico, if I'm to believe everything I'm told. Alright, so we've stopped. The next thing we want to do is deploy our heat sinks, solar panels, which we don't really need for this vehicle because we have thermal reactors, and drills. Oh, the drills are already drilling. I guess I forgot to turn that off before I retracted them. Alright, we need to fill that ore tank up, which it's almost already full, and our convertitron will convert the ore into liquid fuel and oxidizer while we wait very patiently. We've got our time warp, so we'll be okay there. I just want to kind of get, recover from the small adrenaline rush there of almost crashing, which, pretty much every landing is almost crashing. In this thing, this is, this thing's a little rough to fly. Well, it's a little rough to take off and land. And the takeoffs are rougher than the landings, if you can believe that. All right, where are we? We are here. We want to refuel this vehicle, and we want to refuel it on its subsequent runs to these 5 well, that's not really a destination, that's where it is. So if we could get up to about here or here, then that would be a good spot. Very good spot, yes. So let's go ahead and refuel. There's some ugly places to land up here. There's a nice patch right there, but the problem with nice patches is they're hard to take off from. Very hard. So maybe I shouldn't even try to land in nice patches. Alright, let's get in here. We'll do a little time warp, fuel up, and see if I can get one more trip, whatever. I don't know what you'd call that. Executing time warp, speeding things up a little bit faster. A little bit more. 2880. All right, and this is probably full. It's not full, so let's go ahead and let that fill up. We don't really need that to fill up though, because it just weighs us down and we're not going to be able to convert it all in flight. The sun's over there, so we'll have plenty of light for our trip. Wow, that's a deep looking crater right there, judging by that shadow. And that's I guess I haven't been there. This one's kind of bad too, if bad is really the right term. Treacherous. Alright, so we want to go north. We're already facing north. Let's go ahead and stop the drills. And we'll retract everything for our blast off. We don't need to look at that anymore. How far are we from that lip? Oh, we gotta take the brakes off. Do it this way. We can see that we've got a ways to go, and it's not as quick a drop off as we might like, but all right, we can go ahead and hit the RCS, throttle up, and with just a little bit of S key to pitch the nose up, should be able to get us off the ground. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. And I was worried about landing there, and it turned out to be an awesome place to land. Alright, we're going almost north. I do want to go, I think, a little bit west. Get a little bit more radial out. No, this is a good trajectory. It might even be a little bit, we could probably stand to go a little bit more east. Right, 800. Oh, that's a little too much. Yeah, these course corrections are going to eat all our fuel, and I would like to stop burning in another 70 meters per second. All right. Oh, yeah, wrong button, but that's okay. Whew. Let's go ahead and orient for retro. Yeah, I got this from Steam. Wow, it's having a hard time. I think probably most of my games from Steam these days. Not all of them. Well, I'm too poor to actually get a lot of them, so maybe that was a bad choice of words. Let's go ahead and deploy this so we can convert a little bit of ore while we're flying efficiently. Right. Oops. It almost looks like the solar panels and thermal radiators are wings. But there's no atmosphere on the Mun. What happened to Marva? I think after we get all the Mun anomalies, I'm not sure if I want to do the Minmus anomalies, which I think there's only 2. Or... oh, I forgot what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, we've got quite an apoapsis on this one. 15 kilometers. We will be well above the surface. Mun. Remember what I was thinking now. I had an idea. Might have been a good idea. Oh, I just remembered some of these are not going to be anomalies. I think that one and that one are just places that has a better ore density, so it's better for a fuel farm like this. However, there are benefits to having an equatorial location. It's a lot easier to get to. And if you are on an equatorial location and you want to take off, you can get into any kind of orbit you want. just by pointing the right direction when you take off. Whereas if you are high above or below the equator, getting into an equatorial orbit is difficult. Yeah, you've got to use more fuel to do it. Taking off from an equatorial location, it's less efficient to burn any direction but east. Obviously west being least efficient. But it's like I want to say 200 meters per second of delta V difference. We're still looking good. Where are we going to land? We're going to land here. And I think we want to start our burn at 3,000 on the suicide burn indicator. I don't know what I would do without this. Well, with other landers and more, I don't want to say efficient, I guess less efficient engines with better thrust to weight ratio, you can wait longer to execute your burn. You just have to do more of your burn at a lower throttle setting. It's not that bad. 6,000 meters, so we've got 3,000 kilometers to go. We've got 3 kilometers to go. I think I said 3,000 and then paused and said kilometers. 3,000 meters, 3 kilometers. Potatoes, potatoes. What was it that I wanted to do next? I can't remember now. Coming up on 4,000 meters. I think 32 is where we're going to burn. All right, covering the Z. 35, 34, 33, 32. Oh, wow. I may have waited too long. I was wanting to land outside the crater, but it looks like we are going to land in the crater. Possibly on the wall of the crater. That could get ugly. Gotta watch the surface speed. Ugh. Let's go ahead and pull the sails in. Oh, that's not getting much better. Even if we land right there, which is going to be right there, that's going to be a little bit ugly. Okay, watch that surface speed. Get it down to about 20 and cut it. Actually, that's going to be too hard. That's going to be too hard. RCS, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, I think that's going to take us out of the crater. But it's still going to be a little bit rough. 500 meters to go. Oh, too far. Oh, what am I doing? Jeez, what was I thinking? Got 100 meters to go. We don't want to do that at 5 meters per second. Engines start to tip down. No. We run out of fuel? Oh, I'm not sure why the RCS stopped slowing us down. All right. Possibly the best landing yet. Brakes are on. Deployables are deployed. Start drilling. There we go. Ore tank. That's not what we wanted. Ore tank's almost, well, it's fairly full. Okay, it's almost 6:30, so I need to wrap it up. Let's initiate the awkward goodbye phase. And this would not be too hard to take off from either. Yeah, taking off from these flat surfaces without some sort of ramp or drop, it is pretty difficult in this. I did it once and I thought, oh, that wasn't so hard, and then it just was hard every time after that. All right, the plan is, we've got our fueler here, is we want to rendezvous this with the fueler, refuel this. Whoa, where are we? There we go. So rendezvous this over here, fuel this up, and then we can go here and here to investigate these anomalies. Now apparently, I thought I only had 2 anomalies left, but there's at least one over here, this one over here, and one over here. And I think one more of these is a ore-rich area for better mining. But I don't really want a fuel farm that's going to be that far away from the equator for reasons I just pointed out a little bit earlier. So if I'm going to do another scan for ore-rich areas to mine from, I need to find one that's near the equator. All right, well, I'm glad you guys could come. I think most of you are going to be watching this on a replay, so I'm sorry you missed out on the chat. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in comments, and my marketing department would be very interested in your thoughts. I'm my marketing department. But for those of you who are here, or who will be here next time, or have been here before, look forward to seeing you again, because it's always more fun when you're here. And I think we will see you next time. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned during this video that this is a Marcus House design. Marcus House, a YouTuber. I don't know. I've never checked to see if he does anything other than Kerbal Space Program, but he has some very good, very instructive Kerbal Space Program videos out there. Scott Manley has some good tutorials for beginners. So anyway, if you look for the Marcus House Super Refueler, he on YouTube, he has the craft file in the description for the video, and you can download this yourself. I find it very useful on Minmus. It's a little unwieldy on the Mun, but once you get it landed, it definitely does its job. I've added a few extra things like some science projects here, extra claws here, the thermal, these thermal generators this probe core, another probe core somewhere. I think he had that in his. A relay antenna, so that if you get close to something that has bad antenna, then you can, get it to communicate. If it's a drone core, then you can get it working again if communication is the problem. Lots of batteries, so it works pretty well through the night, but on the Mun, the night lasts a month, so the solar panels, the solar panel battery combination doesn't work that well on the Mun. It'll get you going, but it's less than ideal. But with the thermal generators on here, I really don't even need the solar panels. And you don't really need this many drills. Okay, this is probably close to full already. No, it's not. I lied. But it doesn't take that long to fill the ore tank up. If I were gonna do this over, I might put a second convertitron in here. Let's just go ahead and open these up. Open and open. Good morning. Wow, you need to brush that hair. As always. And I'd probably go with half as many batteries or less and put in a second convertitron. And then I think these radiators could keep up with that. Well, maybe not, because it looks like it's holding fairly steady at 89.7. But these are cooling the drills as well as the convertitron. If I stop the drills, no change. 89.7 thermal efficiency. So, if you're going to use the thermal reactors, then you could theoretically replace most or all of the solar panels for better cooling, better thermal efficiency, and maybe add a second convertitron. Yeah, especially if you replaced all of these. Anyway, oh, and I always like to have a red light on the port side and a green light on the starboard side. Just try to, so when you're in that clutch situation, you're trying to figure out which way is left. A little easier. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up because we need to get Rose ready for string camp this morning, get her on the road, and I've got a few things to do myself before we do that. All right, so thanks for coming. There's things to click if you want to do that, and we'll see you next time. And ending awkward goodbye phase.